There's a cruel irony in manifestation that no one tells you about. The harder you chase, the further it runs. The more you need it, the more life seems to withhold it from you. It feels unfair, almost like a punishment. You've done everything, affirming, visualizing, scripting, you even caught a sign once, but then everything went silent again. And now you're here, wondering what's going wrong. The truth is, it's not your desire that's the problem. It's your relationship with it. Right now, you're treating it like a lifeline, like something outside of you that will complete you, save you, or finally make you feel enough. And that neediness, that's what's keeping it out of reach. Think about this. Have you ever seen someone who was desperate for love? They texted too much, overanalyzed every response, and constantly worried about losing the person they liked. Did that energy attract love? No, it repelled it. Because their actions weren't coming from confidence, but from fear. And fear always creates the opposite of what you want. That's exactly what's happening with your desire. You are not manifesting from certainty, you are manifesting from lack. You say you believe, but deep down, you're checking, waiting, searching, hoping for proof that it's coming. And in that very moment, you are sending a message to the universe, I don't have it yet. And so, you don't. This is the paradox of manifestation. You cannot fool the universe, because the universe responds to what you truly feel, not just what you say. If your dominant state is waiting, longing, or doubting, then that is what will be reflected back to you. This is why some people claim that manifestation doesn't work for them. They are trying to believe on the surface while still embodying a state of lack deep inside. They mistake wishful thinking for true faith. But real faith doesn't need constant reassurance. Real faith feels like certainty, like knowing something is already done, even before you see a single sign. Imagine someone who just placed an order at a restaurant. They don't sit there doubting whether their food will arrive. They don't check with the waiter every 2 minutes to confirm it's being prepared. They simply relax, trusting that what they asked for is on its way. That's the energy of true belief. But if someone orders their meal and then immediately panics, wondering if the restaurant forgot, questioning whether they deserve the food, and repeatedly checking if it's coming, they are not in alignment with the certainty of receiving. They are in alignment with doubt, and doubt disrupts the flow of what they want. The same principle applies to your manifestations. When you constantly check for signs, worry about how things will unfold, or feel anxious about when it will happen, you are not in a state of receiving. You are in a state of resisting. Manifestation is not about forcing reality to bend to your will through obsession and desperation. It is about becoming the version of yourself who already has what they want. When you do that, everything naturally aligns in your favor. So, the key is to shift from hoping to knowing, from waiting to embodying. You have to practice living in the feeling of already having your desire, without needing proof from the outside world. The moment you truly let go of needing it, paradoxically, that is when it shows up effortlessly. Because you are no longer blocking it with your doubt. You are allowing it by being in the state of already having it. You might think, but I have to do something. I have to keep manifesting, keep affirming, keep checking for signs, otherwise, it won't come. But that's the trap. That mindset is the very thing keeping you stuck. Because here's the secret, true manifestation is not about forcing or chasing, it's about allowing. You don't breathe manually, do you? You don't force your heart to beat. You trust it to happen effortlessly. And that's exactly how your desires come when you stop gripping so tightly. Think about a clenched fist. When you hold on too tightly to something, you create tension. You restrict flow. If you try to grab water by squeezing your hand, it slips right through your fingers. But when you relax your hand, the water can pool gently in your palm. The same principle applies to manifestation. The more you grasp, the more you signal to the universe that you don't trust the process. And if you don't trust, you delay what's meant for you. This is why people who seem effortlessly lucky, who always get what they want without stress, aren't constantly affirming, checking, or obsessing. They simply assume that things work out for them, and they move through life with that quiet confidence. Their desires come naturally because they are not resisting them with fear or doubt. They don't chase, they attract. Now, that doesn't mean you should do nothing at all. It means you should align with the version of yourself who already has what you want. Instead of checking for signs or looking for proof, embody the feeling of already having it. How would you feel if your desire was already yours? How would you act? What kind of energy would you carry? When you shift into that state, the universe has no choice but to reflect it back to you. But if you're still watching the clock, waiting anxiously, doubting whether it's working, you're stuck in a cycle of resistance. It's like planting a seed and then digging it up every day to see if it's growing. The seed needs time, space, and trust to flourish. Your manifestation is the same. The real challenge is letting go, not because you're giving up, but because you're trusting that it's already done. You stop needing it to happen, and in that relaxed state, it comes effortlessly. You don't have to micromanage the universe. Just as you don't tell the sun when to rise or direct your blood to flow, you don't need to control the timing or the method of your manifestation. Your job is to align, to trust, to embody the certainty that it's already yours. And when you do, you'll see how quickly everything falls into place, not because you forced it, but because you finally allowed it. The moment you stop acting from lack and start embodying the version of you who already has it, everything changes. Not because you're doing something different, but because you're being different. Instead of checking your phone anxiously, you go about your day knowing you're already loved. Instead of panicking over money, you feel abundant, even before seeing the numbers rise. Instead of grasping, you relax. And in that relaxed state, things flow. That's why some people manifest effortlessly while others struggle for years. It's not that they're more spiritual or lucky. It's that they've learned the art of detachment. They don't chase because they know they don't need to. And because they don't need to, their desires come naturally. Think about the people who always seem to have things work out for them. They aren't stressing, worrying, or constantly checking if their desires are arriving. They just live in a state of expectation, a deep knowing that what they want is already theirs. That's the secret. They don't just believe in the possibility of their desires manifesting. They assume it as fact. They move through life with the kind of certainty you have when you know the sun will rise tomorrow. It's not a question, not a hope, not a wish. It just is. But most people struggle with this because they are too attached to their desires. They put them on a pedestal, thinking, if I get this, then I'll be happy. But that mindset only reinforces lack. It tells the universe, I don't have this yet, and I'm desperate for it. And desperation only pushes things further away. Have you ever noticed that the things you obsess over tend to feel out of reach, while the things you don't care much about come easily? That's because your energy is more open when you're detached. When you're not clinging to an outcome, you create space for it to arrive. Imagine holding a butterfly in your hand. If you try to grab it too tightly, it will fly away. But if you keep your hand open, it will stay. That's how manifestation works. The more you grip and chase, the more resistance you create. But when you relax, trust, and let go, everything flows effortlessly. Detachment doesn't mean giving up on your desires. It means shifting from a state of needing to a state of knowing. It means enjoying your life now, instead of waiting for a future event to bring you happiness. When you can feel complete without your manifestation, you actually bring it closer. Because then, you're a vibrational match to it. This is where so many people get stuck. They think, I'll believe it when I see it. But manifestation works the opposite way. You'll see it when you believe it first. You have to embody the energy of already having it before it physically appears. That's why actors can get so lost in their roles. They become the character so deeply that their mind can't tell the difference. And that's exactly how you should approach your desires. Ask yourself, how would I feel if I already had what I wanted? How would I act? How would I carry myself? Start living from that version of you now. Not in a forced way, but in a natural, effortless way. If you're manifesting love, be the person who already feels loved. If you're manifesting money, move with the confidence of someone who is financially abundant. If you're manifesting success, embody the mindset of someone who already knows they are worthy of it. It's not about faking it. It's about aligning with it. When you do this, you'll notice a shift. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel freer. You'll stop worrying about when it's coming because you'll already feel the energy of having it. And ironically, that's when it shows up the fastest. This is why gratitude is so powerful. When you're grateful, you are telling the universe, I already have so much. And when you feel like you already have so much, you attract more. The universe responds to your dominant state of being. If you're always in a state of waiting, hoping, and longing, then that's what you'll continue to experience, waiting, hoping, and longing. But if you shift into a state of trust, joy, and abundance, then that's exactly what will flow into your life. So, stop checking. Stop doubting. Stop wondering if it's working. Just decide that it is. Decide that everything you desire is already unfolding for you in the perfect way at the perfect time. The universe is always listening, always responding. Your only job is to align with what you want, not by chasing it, but by becoming the version of you who already has it. And once you do that, you'll realize that manifestation isn't about making things happen. It's about allowing things to happen. Letting go doesn't mean giving up on your desire. It means giving up the belief that you're incomplete without it. It means recognizing that you were whole before it, and you'll be whole after it. And ironically, when you stop needing it so badly, that's when it finally arrives. When you shift from desperation to certainty, everything changes. Instead of constantly looking for signs, you start living as if what you want is already done. You stop searching, you stop questioning, and you simply trust. That trust isn't passive. It's a powerful state of being that aligns you with what you desire effortlessly. When you embody the energy of already having it, the universe has no choice but to reflect that back to you. This is why those who are confident, secure, and at peace often attract love, success, and abundance so easily. It's not that they are luckier or more deserving, it's that they already feel complete. They don't chase, they attract. And you can do the same. The key is to let go of the mental struggle, stop grasping for external proof, and start feeling your desire as a present reality. So, take a deep breath. Stop running in circles. Step into the knowing that it's already yours. Not someday, not if you work harder, not if you script it one more time. Right now, feel that, embody that, and then watch as reality bends in your favor. You've already done enough. Now it's time to step into the version of you who knows it's done. Are you ready to shift into that state where your specific person naturally gravitates toward you? Watch this video now and unlock the exact mindset that makes it inevitable. Just click on the first video that now appears on the end of the screen.